Let's find Rolf's office. He surely has the key to the basement.
This letter is disturbing, Kurt. It confirms that several deaths have been disguised but it says that the recruits trained here have been assigned to govern, and yet I'm sure that Constantine knows nothing about these. The conclusion of the letter also confirms that the commander is pleased with what's been—
So Torsten knew.
So it seems.
He's gone too far. He dishonors us all. Sieglinder was right.
This room. What could have happened in here?
I know this smell only too well. Fear, blood, death.
These people have turned this place into a site of suffering. It will take years of work to erase its traces.
This document explains a lot. They torture the soul. Rainer shows up on this list more than once.
Those who resist too much are lynched during night training. Rolf?
Kurt. Wilhelm's name was added to tonight's training.
That's the young man who helped us, isn't it? They will
We can't let them kill him.
The risk is that Rolf will ambush us.
If... I refuse to let these recruits pay for the bastards who manipulate them. Let's avoid spilling blood in vain.
You surprise me once again, Kurt. You are full of compassion for these youngsters.
They're just kids. There has to be a way to reason with them.
We'll do what we can, Kurt. I can't promise anything more. It's blocked. It's blocked. It's blocked. It's blocked.
Nobody saw us. All we have to do is ambush them in the pit. Rolf, you bastard, how could you be part of this disgrace?
You know that this is how the best soldiers are made. Soldiers, grab your weapons! Death to the traitors!
Stop! Soldiers, are you really going to obey these scoundrels? Do I need to remind you of the Guard's motto? Where is your honor?
I won't repeat myself, recruits. Execute these traitors!
Soldiers, listen to your captain. You are the victims of these monsters, and we are here to save you. We're doing our best to avoid a fight, to spare your lives.
Well, what do you want us to do? We have orders, and we know what will happen to us if we don't obey.
Enough! To arms! Attack!
Must I remind you what happened to Rainer?
And however many others perished to fuel the ambitions of this camp's leader.
Is this what you were promised when you were recruited?
Maybe not. But this is how one becomes an elite soldier. The best!
Exactly. And no tenderfoot in a silk suit would understand anything about it.
Attack!
Nobody saw us. All we have to do is ambush them. Rolf, you bastard, how could you be part of this disgrace?
You know that this is how the best soldiers are made. Soldiers, grab your weapons! Death to the traitors!
Stop! Soldiers, are you really going to obey?
We're doing our best to avoid...
Well, what do you want? And we know what...
Enough!
Put your weapons down and no one will get...
Really? What do you think will happen when High Command learns about this? You'll be considered
Death is all that awaits.
Must I remind you?
And however many others.
Is this what you were promised?
Maybe not. But this is how...
Exact.
Attack!
Come on, I'll think to understand.
You're finally here.
Sorry, Captain. The boy resisted longer than planned.
I hope your troops are ready for a real fight. They just crushed...
Captain Kurt in these courtiers.
Don't underestimate them. Shut up. Your troops will...
What have you done with Wilhelm?
He received the punishment for traitors and insurgents, like...
Kurt, terribly sorry.
Saved him first. We're responsible for his death.
You're
right.
Recruits! Attack!
Move away! Thing... Nobody saw us. All we have to do is ambush. Rolf, you bastard! How could you be part of this disgrace?
You know that this is how the best soldiers are made. Soldiers, grab your weapons! Death to the traitors!
Stop! Soldiers, are you... We're doing our best...
Well, what do you want? Can we know what...
Enough!
Must I remind you what is...
No. Let's surrender. Anything is better than dying here like...
How dare you! You know what awaits you.
Shut up, you idiots. You're no longer in a position...
You're finally here.
Sorry, Captain. The boy resisted longer than planned.
You were spared the shame of seeing how far you're...
What happened?
They surrendered.
That should make them...
What have you done with Wilhelm?
He received the punishment for traitors and insurgents, like Rainer before him.
Как его спасти, непонятно.
I'm terribly...
Saved...
You're a bleeding heart, Kurt.
You're right.
Recruits! Attack!
Блин.
Despite what Wilhelm told me, I wasn't expecting this. He's getting destroyed.
They'll kill him. We can't let them get away with it.
Come on, if you're there.
We won't let you kill this boy like you...
Soldiers!
Captain? But...
You shouldn't be here. This time, you...
Do you know what happens to those who die in this regiment? Their bodies are thrown out like those of rabid... If you die here, you'll die without glory. I doubt that's what they promised you when you...
No.
A good soldier doesn't fight for glory.
Really? Then did you recruits leave your families to end up lynched and thrown into a ditch?
No. You're right.
Traitors. Cow...
Will you be all right?
I'm wounded, but I'll survive.
Come, Wilhelm. We'll help you get home.
I'm counting on you to bring him back to the camp in...
Yes, Captain.
Well then, let's go. Let's hope that Rolf didn't hear the sounds of combat. Surprise is our best ally.
You're right. Let's try to approach discreetly.
Да какого ты повернулся? Опять откуда ты взялся там? Не было никого. Да что ж ты будешь делать?
Nobody saw us. All we have to do is ambush them in the pit. Rolf, you bastard, how could you be part of this disgrace?
You know that this is how the best soldiers are made. Soldiers, grab your weapons! Death to the traitors!
Stop!
We're doing our best to avoid.
Well, what do you want? And we know what...
In attack!
It was nearly Wilhelm's turn tonight. It could have been.
Lies! Only the weak fall.
Nonsense. I've seen more combat than any of you, and I've seen hundreds of soldiers. I've seen this kind of camp before, full of torture and sadism. But I was wrong. So help me make sure.
You're right, Captain.
Congratulations, Lieutenant. The training wasn't finished, Captain. And the Silence! Where is this?
They're not coming, Rolf.
They surrendered too. It would appear that you're.
Now that you no longer have lackeys to send after us, Rolf.
I've dreamt of shutting up.
Will you be all right, Kurt?
Yes. Yes. I'll be fine. I'm just glad to know that this camp won't kill anyone else.
What about you, Wilhelm?
Thank you for saving my life.
I hope you can forget all about this. This is not what the Guard is about.
I don't know if you'll be able to forgive us, Wilhelm.
In your shoes on other nights.
While we wait for this camp to close for good, you'll be under Wilhelm's command. You'll soon receive your transfer order.
At your orders, Captain. Glad it's you, Wilhelm.
What do you want us to do?
I'll need backup if I really want to put an end to all of this. We must go see Major Sieglinder in New Serene. I need to tell her what was going on here.
Are you sure she wasn't involved?
Her? Never. She's old school. She already held the commander at a distance because she didn't like the direction the Guard was headed. He would have sacked her, or worse, if she didn't have so much support within the Guard. I should have listened to her.
There's no use brooding over the past. Let's go. We'll go and see her immediately.
Sieglinder, I need to talk to you.
What's the matter, Kurt?
We've just returned from a training camp. A secret camp. Where elite soldiers are trained. Through...
Don't tell me that.
Yes. One of my recruits died, and he wasn't the only one.
I am sorry, Kurt. I knew something was...
We put an end to it all. We had to. But Torsten allowed it.
I told you that the commander's ambition would end up leading us astray, and that we would pay.
Yes. At the time, I told you...
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to speak out, Sieglinder. And reveal the...
If I were as close to him and his family as you are...
I know. I feel...
You've always been a loyal person, Kurt. But Torsten betrayed us all. I'm counting on you to...
Believe me, he won't get away with...
Goodbye, Kurt. My men and I stand...
Cousin, you couldn't pick a better time. I've been taken with jitters like a cat on a midday roof.
What are you waiting for with such anticipation?
I took your advice, you see? I've summoned one of these crows! He has been examining me for nearly an hour. I just barely escaped a purge. But I was given the mandatory bleeding. I so hate their little knives.
And so then, our venerable doctor, what is the verdict? The blood is black. Constantine, is this your blood? Constantine, answer me. Constantine, stay with me. Constantine. There is a chance that he is in error. It might be something else.
I'm going to die.
No, no, Constantine.
I will die, like your mother and the others on the continent. I'm dying. I don't want to die. I don't. Not so soon. It's so. Cousin, I don't.
Constantine, I'm here. Pull yourself together. Out. Everyone out. It's an order.
Thank you, cousin.
There now. Are you better?
I don't know. You won't leave me, will you?
I'm going to find a cure, I promise you.
Didn't you promise the same thing to your mother? You know I'll be dead before you find one.
Don't say that. I will succeed. I've already some promising trails to explore.
I don't know, cousin. The tidings are so awfully dire. I'm afraid. I'm so afraid. I doubt the reason for your visit was to console me in my tragedy. Tell me, what brings you here?
It can wait. It's nothing that can't be dealt with later.
But please, please, whatever it is, it will take my mind elsewhere.
I was able to get the whole story out of the Admiral in exchange for a service. As our investigation was leading us to imagine, the congregation did once attempt to colonize the island. The Nauts discovered it some 2 centuries ago and brought our people here a few decades later. But the enterprise to colonize the island failed completely. There were a great many bloody battles. Few colonists survived. The princes preferred to hide their defeat and paid the Nauts to keep the secret.
That they hid the fiasco from the world, I get. But that my father said nothing about it to me.
That's not the most shocking part of the story, believe me.
What do you mean?
The congregation continued to make expeditions to the island with the help of the Nauts. According to the Admiral, my mother came from the island and was brought back. I was born on one of their ships.
What? But that means you are not
your dear cousin? No. All the lies we've been fed since our tender childhood. The fable told that I'm the spitting image of my dead father, lost during an expedition. God, I don't know what to think, Constantine. Why did they do that to me?
I don't know. It's another one of their sly and dark orchestrations. Some vile intrigue. If it is of some comfort, no matter the true story, you will always be my dear cousin. You have always been the only one to care for me. You are my only friend. That's all that matters to me. Keep this discovery between us. No one needs to know. My aunt adopted you after all. Bring in the others. Let us speak of different concerns. That's enough bad news for one day. Kurt, what is...
Dismissed, soldiers! Leave us. We have much to say.
What is going on? I don't appreciate this attitude, Kurt. Must I remind you that these men all answer to me?
Times change, Your Highness. Or rather, they're about to do so.
Is that a threat? What are you hoping to accomplish? Don't tell...
Silence! We have little time, not to lose.
Kurt, what are you talking about?
The commander of the Coin Guard is here in New Serene at this very moment. He's preparing a coup d'etat. In the 3 cities of the island, our men are going to eliminate the governors and their entourage.
This is madness. How?
How? You'll go down as easy as plum pie and cherry wine. Standing behind every one of you is one of our men. You have entrusted us with your security. You are completely at our mercy.
Then why did you send your men away, and why are you telling us all of this?
I've known you both for a very long time. Too long. I've come to know you, to respect you. And I've never reneged on a contract. These orders go against all that I am. A cold-hearted mercenary, definitely, but never a traitor. And so now you are forewarned. You must take action.
Thank you, Kurt. I will not forget this. Constantine, we need to get you to safety as well as your counselors.
But I want to...
What? Take part? You can barely stand up. No. We must take you into the cellar.
If I've completely understood what you've said, Kurt, the governors of our cities are also in danger.
Yes. If you want to keep your allies, Your Highness, you also need to warn them.
Correct. We cannot let them fall into the hands of these traitors.
I will find the means to send them a messenger. Do you know where to find your conspirators?
It would seem I should be one of them. They are counting on me to eliminate both of you. The most urgent matter is to get our hands on the commander and his 3 lieutenants. The others are doing nothing but following orders. If we cut off the heads, they will fall into rank.
I always knew you were a good man.
Don't make me change my mind. We'd better be off. Now. We'll certainly have to fight some traitors at Torsten first on our way to the cellar. Stay on your guard.
Stay behind us, Constantine. You're in no condition to fight.
We must also think about the advisors, including your professor. And then we have to rescue Lady Mirange.
We must hurry before the guard can act. Lord de Cossillon! The coin guard tried to assassinate my cousin and is plotting the same actions against the other governors.
So, they have finally done it. Such proximity to power is a terrible temptation. It was only a question of time before they succumbed.
We should have paid more attention to your lessons. We might have been able to avoid all of this. Follow me. I'm taking you somewhere safe.
I'm coming.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
We've reached the cellar. It looks like a good place to hide. Constantine, promise me that you will stay here until we secure this.
Do I even have a choice?
Like someone ill, Constantine.
You have such a way with words.
Let's go then.
And cousin?
You will be safe here.
Thank you, my friend. I will never forget what you've done for me.
Lord Minister! The Coin Guard wants to take control.
The guard is everywhere.
We will do everything in our... Come now. We'll take you...
I'll follow you.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
You will be safe here.
Thank you, my friend. I will never forget what you've done for me.
Keep in mind that Lady Morange is also on the list of people who were supposed to be assassinated.
In that case, we should find her at once. Her abode is very close to the palace.
And you will have to find a way to warn the rest of the governors.
We will meet with the messengers at the northern and eastern gate on our way, so that they can depart for Hikmet and San Mateus immediately. Lady Morange, make ready to depart. We cannot remain here.
But what is going on?
The Coin Guard has decided to take control of the Isle. They were set on assassinating...
The idiots!
You are in danger. Do you know...
Don't worry about me. I have friends here. They will hide me. Go! And...
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this feint!
Так.
Move away! Things are about to get nasty!
I'll teach you how to dance.
time. Now is not the time.
Your Excellency, it is an honor.
Messenger, be ready to leave. You must warn the governor of Hikmet that a conspiracy...
It's just that I can't leave the city just yet.
What are you talking about? The order comes from the governor.
It's just that I was...
Who said that? The commander's men...
I don't really know, but they were...
If it's a question of money, how much did...
A lot.
You should be ashamed of your...
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
You will regret ever going to the yard.
Move away. Things are about to get dicey. go! Careful! We're wounded! Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
Блин. Мощные черти.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Move away! Things are about to get nasty!
Make preparations to leave. You must tell the Mother Cardinal that her life and those of her...
Very well, Your Excellency.
The commander must be in his upstairs quarters preparing the attack. We should try to reach him discreetly.
We could try to go through the tavern's kitchen.
That's one way to do it. Or we could use the scaffolding to access the upper floor directly. But it's visible from the dormitories. And I know that the young recruits were ordered to stay there.
They will not suspect us if we're wearing guard uniforms. Do you know where the 3 lieutenants you told us about are located?
Ludger is an instructor. He'll be in the right wing of the barracks. As for the other 2, they'll be at the tavern. Olga and Werner are in charge of the guards' secondary activities. In the basement.
I see. Our priority should still be to stop Torsten. We'll worry about the others later.
What are you doing here? Who let you in? I demand an explanation.
It seems that your men are a little distracted. It is understandable, with all that... You are under arrest, as well...
What is... I recognize you. Young Kurt. You had your orders.
Sorry, but forced to betray someone.
Traitor. Soldiers, ready...
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Блин, надо срочно. Выносливость прокачивать.
I'm sorry, Your Excellency. I know you've paid your entry fee. My orders are not to let...
What if I paid you a
Very well, you can come in.
I regret, my lord, we are closed this evening. Come.
I'm not here to tempt my...
That's right, what do you want from me?
Is that right? Now this...
You know very well. For high...
Oh, and you think that my men are just gonna let you?
Kurt?
The real question is why would they stand up for an who, for his personal advancement, would condemn the rest of us, cut off from the world, without supplies, and surrounded by furious islands? Come on now, give yourself up, imbecile. Only you and your companions are crazy.
Sorry, Lieutenant. But Kurt...
Poison on my blade.
Soldiers! Ready weapons! We are under attack!
We have been sent by the governor... Your lieutenant accused of high treason. As you can see for yourselves, the attempt... Are you also ready to be accused of treason because of your loyalty to your lieutenant?
I doubt it. I'm sure they're going...
You give your word that we'll suffer no repercussions if we let...
You have my word.
Very well. We are dropping our weapons, soldiers.
To my help! And death to the others!
A bit of poison on my blade.
best forge in tier 3. Oh, it's a great. The best. Oh, it's a great. The best forge in Oh, it's a great. Want armor that fits you like a glove? We'll make it for you.
We've arrived too late.
Do you know where Torsten... could have gone?
No. But we'll certainly find some information about it in these papers. Torsten suspected that I would denounce him, and he was prepared to leave this place. We must catch up to him. He cannot get away with this.
Let's go.
Torsten is a snake, but he's clever. Apparently, he suspected I would refuse to follow his orders.
He must have been told about our attack on the ghost camp and drew his own conclusions. He knew you better than you thought he did.
The guard, we're moving out. Break camp. We are no longer welcome here. And so, these snake oil merchants defy us by sending their watchdog. Let's show them what guards are made of!
You pathetic dog!
The game is over for you, Commander.
Есть.
Do I have the time to return and see those dear to me?
Constantine, how are you feeling?
Death is on my doorstep, and all hope has flown through the window. Come closer. What ill tidings do you bring?
Yes. I thought you'd like to know that the Coin Guard's attempt to take control of the island has failed.
This is excellent news. The kind I've not had in a great while. Thank you, Kurt. Were it not for your loyalty, we were lost. As for you, my dear cousin, you know what I owe you. Not only have you looked out for me, like always, but you have protected my advisors.
Yes. And if your highness would permit, I would like to relay our most sincere gratitude from all of Thélème. Thanks to your message, the Mother Cardinal was able to thwart the commander's plans. By the grace of the Illuminated, the city is saved, and the traitors punished as they should be.
I was told that you were able to catch the commander and his underlings before they were able to flee.
Barely, but yes. They're going to have to pay for their crimes.
I cannot remember if the traitors are hung before being quartered, or if it is the contrary. Enough talk of ruffians. They failed, and for that, I again thank Kurt.
If your highness is looking for a means to translate his gratitude, gold is a present that is always appreciated.
I imagine that you shall name a new commander.
Yes. I will discuss the matter with loyalist officers, but I think I know who will be elected.
I hope it is someone whom we can trust. We do need soldiers, but loyal soldiers above all.
We are well aware that the Guard's reputation has been tarnished. We will not make the same mistake twice. Sieglinde is solid and loyal. I have fought beside her.
You have my complete trust, Kurt. You have amply earned it. Before you leave, I must ask you something.
All right. I'm listening.
I'm always suffering, cousin. I'm in such terrible pain and we're yet to discover a cure. Don't blame yourself. I know how much you do for me. Yet, I'm afraid that before the sickness claims me, the pain will have driven me mad. If only there was a way to ease my suffering.
I know of a healer with powers that are legendary amongst the clans. It is rumored he can alleviate even the most terrible pains. His village is west of the city. I could take you there.
One of our holy men lives in San Mateus. His healing powers are supposedly miraculous. Alas, it is a miracle we are in need of, my son.
If I may, your highness, we have the best physicians in the world. It shouldn't stop Father Petrus from praying for a miracle. It can't do any harm.
I'm nothing more than a sailor. I don't have much to offer when it comes to healing. As it would seem Thélème are prey for the Malachor, just like the Bridge Alliance. Perhaps it would be best to ask for aid from those not suffering from the plague.
The sailor's right. The holy men and the sages had their chance on the continent, and we all know how that went.
Thank you, as always, for your advice. Cousin, you are the only one I trust, so please, don't let me lose my mind.
I'll follow the leads and find a way. I won't let you down. Hold on. I'll be back as soon as I can.